Alrighty, my friends, we are on the ass end of these tutorials, and we're going over some tools, some really, really awesome tools that no other kill feed offers. Very easy, makes your life a lot easier, and I think that you guys will appreciate it, especially if you guys. I'm not trying to toot my horn here, but especially if you guys are you make your own teleporters and you constantly have to help people, change items in their bases or their files or whoever you may be helping or providing services to, or if it's just a basic player. Um, these tools make life so much easier for specifically players, but specifically this teleporter configurator. So, this you don't even have to do much. So if you can do the same thing on with editor and using daisy boosters or DCC, daisy console command, you can you can take boxes and export them and plug them into a PRA converter and then plug that into your nitrado, the whole 9 yards. It's a lot of extra work to get it done. This tool is so good because it does it all for you with clicks of a mouse. So this is very confusing. I've just looked at it and I have little to no understanding of it, but we're going to learn together, okay? So I played with it a little bit, and let's say that you want a teleporter from Redundant, which I believe Redundant is about here. If I could be mistaken. It's around this area at least. But let me go to a place that I know for a fact has buildings, and that's obviously going to be Topland. So obviously on editor you want to find a building that you want to mark out as a teleporter. So obviously have the sign that says teleporter above it, or put a Santa crash above it so that a big blue ray shoots out into the sky so that people know what's going on when they need to know what building they need to go to log out. It should be a large building. It doesn't have to be, but it would be more beneficial for it to be a large building. So the biggest building that's popping out at me is this one right here. Not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure that looks more like a warehouse building. So all you do is click that building. When you do that, you are the configurator is making that teleporter the entire size of that building, so that no matter where that person logs out in that building, they will teleport to wherever you want them to go. The next step to it, let's say you want to teleport from Topland, this building, to Gleniska. All you would do is come over to Gleniska wherever you want. I'm just going to put it smack dab in the middle. Whoops. Place the safe position. You have to select that and click. Look at that. That's all you do to create a teleporter. That is fascinating to me because I make my own teleporters with my own template, and that involves going on editor, placing the boxes down, getting those coordinates, plugging it into my template, then plugging in the other coordinate for the safe position into the template, and then renaming it, recoding it into the to the CFG gameplay, the whole 9 yards. With this, 2 clicks to place down the boxes. It gives you all of the coordinates, all of the orientations, even the width of the teleporter, and then you can download the JSON, and that's it. Now, I found that absolutely crazy and fascinating, and I love it so much. It is such a useful tool. Like I said, if you guys are in the same boat that I am, and you're good enough at coding to the point where you make your own teleporters, and a lot of code that you do isn't from bots. This is one of the only bots that I find to be entirely original and very, very interesting, because it just generates these coordinates and it snaps the actual PRA to a building. I don't know. That's just me. I find that to be amazing, and it's very simple. And you can also just simply click Add to Nitrado. I don't know what that does, so I'm not going to tell you to do that yet because I don't know what it does. I mean, let's learn together. Let's learn together. Okay. Wow. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, seriously, dude. I'm learning with you guys, and I'm fascinated. This puts your entire teleporter in by itself. I'm just saying, man, that is insane. Wow. I'm just saying that is crazy. Um, I'm just gonna download JSON because I don't trust bots that much. But I would just download it and plug it in all myself. It's still amazing that it will even do this, let alone plug it into your Nitrado for you. Amazing. Let's get to the next one before I start. You know, I'm not going to say those words. I think you can kind of pick up what I'm putting down. So connect to the Nitrado. Okay. So unfortunately, I cannot do it on here, but let me switch to Blackout Survival. Item swapper, connect to Nitrado. Here we go. Awesome. So this is very interesting as well. I hope I'm not going over the time limit here, so I'm going to go really quick through this. So, if you guys know anything about the item swapper, it's basically a player tool so that admins and builders and creators and whatever don't have to go through buildings and change little itty bitty things for the players. So, I would set them all to risky. If they screw it up, that's on them and they have to fix it. They're going to have to go through their, what they swapped. If they screw it up and it spawns outside of their base or it's floating or whatever, they need to go back and fix it themselves. So, for example, let's take bench frame, which is my base, which is going to be somewhere in here. Where are we at? Okay, I'm not going to waste time because I don't have a ton of time here. So let's just take let's do pops underscore base here. So we're going to load that file up, and we can now swap these items, or this is really going to be done through the player. This won't be done through you guys. This is going to be done through the player dashboard. This is for a player to do. So um, if you guys have used this before, all it does is it will access your JSON file or the base file, and whatever that player wants. Say he doesn't want the ski goggles. Um, he wants to switch this to white dark. Literally, that is all you will do, and they will execute the swap, and it's done. It's done. That's it. These tools are amazing. Both of them are awesome, very original, very crazy that these even work in the first place. Thank you to Jarv and Ozzy for doing something so cool because these are genuinely awesome. So I do recommend that you get your use in on these, especially that teleporter configurator. That is amazing. Seriously, guys, you I'm not aware of any configurator that will just plug teleporter points in or swap an item out with no user input on the editor end or back end or code wise. It's amazing. Hopefully, I didn't run over time, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching.